You know, sometimes the truth does not just come out, it erupts. And when it does, it drags everyone through the fire. After the explosive split between Bino and Chrisean Rock, a breakup that had been brewing under the surface for months, Bino decided he was done staying quiet. He went on a mission to expose everything. And what he revealed was not just messy, it was downright disturbing. According to Bino, there were moments behind closed doors that would make anyone question what was really going on in that house. He told people close to him about a night that still haunts him, a night when little Junior fell off the bed. You would expect any mother to rush to her child, right? But allegedly, Chrisean barely blinked. She reportedly rolled over and said the fall would make him stronger. No panic. No concern. No comfort. Just cold indifference. It was Bino who ran to pick Junior up, shaken by what he had just witnessed. And that is not where it ends. Bino also confessed that one of the real reasons he left her was something symbolic, her refusal to let go of her blue-face tattoos. One plastered across her face. Another, more private one, inked near her lower abdomen, a haunting reminder of a relationship she could never seem to bury. For Bino, it was like living in someone else's shadow. Every time he looked at her, he was reminded that Blueface's name was written all over her, literally. Meanwhile, Blueface, fresh out of jail but still under strict supervision, has been slowly trying to regain control of his narrative. He cannot travel freely yet, though, rumor has it, his ban on Las Vegas has been lifted. But while Blueface keeps a low profile, Bino is dancing to his song. Literally. A clip of Bino dancing to a Blueface track went viral, and the internet lost it. The comments were brutal. People called it the pettiest move of the year. Some said Bino was obsessed. Others said it was revenge, served cold, with rhythm. But things took a darker turn when whispers started floating around that Bino was telling people disturbing things about how Chrisean treats Junior. He did not post this himself, oh no, it leaked through the people he trusted. And once again, the streets went wild. Everyone was talking. And once again, Chrisean was at the center of the storm. But then came the rumor that shook everything. Some people started claiming that Chrisean had gone too far, that she allegedly tried to get rid of Junior. Yes, you heard that right. According to unverified reports, she might have hired someone to make him disappear, all while playing innocent in public. Whether it was for attention, sympathy, or pure desperation, no one knows. But it does not stop there. Remember that time she left Junior in his stroller by the beach? The rumor mill says she wanted the waves to take him away. And as if the story was not already haunting enough, people cannot forget Ronnie, the man who once claimed to be Junior's father, and who mysteriously died before the truth could come out. Many still believe Chrisean had something to do with it. Ronnie's death was the turning point, the beginning of a tragedy that would spiral into betrayal, obsession, and loss. When Chrisean got pregnant, what should have been a moment of peace became a battlefield. 2 men, 1 unborn child, and a world watching from the sidelines. Ronnie fought like a man possessed, refusing to believe that Junior could belong to anyone else. His pride would not let him. And Blueface? He acted like the whole thing was a burden. He wanted freedom, not fatherhood. But Chrisean stood her ground. She screamed to the world that Junior was Blueface's son, even as both men turned their backs on her. Even as the internet called her every name in the book. But the scandal did not stop there, it evolved. Because if there is one thing the internet loves more than drama, it is new characters. Enter Bino's ex, the one who lit a match under an already burning fire. She went online, raw and trembling, and dropped a bomb that made the internet explode. She claimed that her relationship with Bino was never real. Never love. Never passion. According to her, it was all performance, a PR stunt carefully built to make him look like the perfect man. She said, and I quote, "Bino does not even like women like that, it was all for the cameras." The words hit like a gunshot across every platform. The internet went nuclear. Clips from her live stream spread faster than wildfire, edited, reposted, remixed, analyzed frame by frame. Her tears looked real, her voice cracked at all the right moments, and the raw pain in her confession had people divided. Some said she was telling the truth. Others swore she was lying for clout. But the chaos was already out of control. Because whether or not it was real, it felt real. And on social media, that is all that matters. Then came the plot twist no one saw coming, Anna Mac. Out of nowhere, this new name dropped into the timeline like a grenade. She confirmed that she too had a thing with Bino, and that it was never love either. According to Anna, everything was orchestrated, the red carpet appearances, the matching outfits, the leaked date photos. She said Bino planned it all like a director scripting his own fame. He wanted to look like the perfect romantic hero, while secretly treating every woman like a prop in his ongoing publicity stunt. Anna painted him as a man addicted to attention, someone who would rather go viral than go honest. She said he rehearsed their conversations before interviews, even plotted how their breakup should go down online. She admitted that at first, she went along with it, because who doesn't want a little spotlight? But over time, she said it started to feel wrong. Dehumanizing. Like she was no longer a person, just a scene partner in his social media movie. And just when you thought the script could not get any darker, Stunner Girl joined the conversation. Receipts in hand. DMs ready. She claimed that long before Chrisean entered the picture, Bino, or should we say, Tadashi, had been sliding into her inbox, reacting to stories, trying to catch her attention. But Stunner did not hold back. She exposed his entire pattern. According to her, he only chased baddies, the trending ones, the ones with brand deals, the ones already under the spotlight. She said he was strategic, that behind his low-key nice guys act, he was a clout hunter with a plan. Every woman he dated, every photo he posted, every breakup he faked, all part of the same formula: trend, explode, disappear, repeat. When Stunner dropped her side, everything clicked. People started connecting dots, lining up timelines, and realizing that every romance Bino ever had ended exactly the same way: fast, flashy, and public. And that was when Chrisean had enough. She had been dragged through dirt, blamed for deaths, accused of manipulation, and now painted as just another pawn in his fame game. So she decided to fight back, live. Her livestream was chaos. Emotional. Explosive. She went off on every name mentioned: Anna, Stunner, the ex, calling them opportunists, saying they were using her name for attention. "None of y'all were relevant until you mentioned me," she said, voice shaking but sharp. And the second she said that, it was over. Every gossip blog in existence had a new headline. Some people applauded her. They said she was finally defending herself after being everyone's punching bag. Others said she was just deflecting, that deep down, she was still protecting Bino, still holding on to a love that had already destroyed her. But the internet does not do mercy. The moment she spoke, the comments flooded in, some cheering her on, others tearing her apart. And right when it felt like the story could not get more unpredictable, Bino broke his silence. No explanations. No apologies. Just one post. Black background. White letters. "Keep my name out your mouth. I do not owe anybody explanations." That single sentence shattered the internet. People went wild. Was it aimed at Chrisean? At Anna? At Stunner? Or was it just a power move, another moment of strategic silence designed to keep his name trending? Nobody knew. But one thing was certain: every time he disappeared, the chaos only grew louder. And as the dust settled, one haunting truth remained: this was never about love. Never about loyalty. It was about control. The illusion of love had become the currency of fame. And everyone, from Bino to Chrisean to the exes, was just trying to cash in before the story ran out of views. Because in this world, heartbreak is content. And pain? Pain goes viral. And then, just when everyone thought the chaos had reached its peak, Bino went live. No warning. No promo. Just his face appearing on that screen, calm, almost too calm. The comments section erupted like a volcano. Hearts, fire emojis, question marks, thousands of people flooding the chat, waiting for answers. He looked straight into the camera and said he was tired, tired of the drama, tired of the lies, tired of being dragged into stories that were never his. "These women," he said, his voice steady, "are using my name for clicks. I'm done with it. Y'all can fight amongst yourselves, just leave me out of it." It sounded convincing, until the internet did what it does best: investigate. Within hours, screenshots appeared. Messages. Old photos. Voice notes. Dates that did not match his timeline. Fans started drawing red circles, posting side-by-side comparisons, and building their own FBI-style threads. And the calm, composed image Bino tried to sell began to crack under the pressure. Suddenly, the internet had a new nickname for him: PR Prince. Because apparently, everything he touched turned into content. Some people swore he was being targeted, that everyone wanted a piece of his fame. But others were convinced this was all part of his playbook. Maybe he once cared. Maybe he got lost in the storm. But one thing was undeniable: the pattern kept repeating. Different faces. Same ending. Every single time. And now, the people closest to him started whispering too. Former collaborators. Stylists. Even friends who had been silent for years. They began dropping cryptic subtweets and anonymous comments. One stylist said he used to brag about manipulating social media, that controversy equals engagement. Another claimed Bino flirted publicly on purpose, just to spark reactions. It hit different when you realized this might not be heartbreak, it was strategy. Every relationship, every scandal, every tear, carefully timed for virality. Meanwhile, Chrisean was not sitting quietly anymore. She posted a string of stories, raw, unfiltered, saying she was done being the victim. "People underestimate me," she said. "But I'm always 10 steps ahead." Then came the line that set the internet on fire: "I've got proof of everything. Screenshots. Recordings. Receipts." But she said she was choosing peace. And everyone who has been online long enough knows what that really means. She is waiting for the perfect moment to drop the nuke. On the other side of the battlefield, Anna Mac started her healing era. Soft filters. Long captions. Talks about self-worth, toxic love, and finding yourself again. And people bought it, hook, line, and algorithm. Her following doubled overnight. Brand deals appeared. Suddenly, the same heartbreak that once humiliated her was monetized. And whispers began: maybe this was not healing, maybe it was rebranding. Then there was Stunner Girl, unapologetic as ever. She kept reminding everyone that she was the first one to expose Bino's pattern. She even dropped blurred screenshots of her DMs with him, just enough to make people believe. Every post she made turned into content gold, thousands of comments, endless stitches, YouTube recaps dissecting her every word. The irony? She was winning the same game she accused Bino of playing. And the fans? They were divided, half entertained, half exhausted. Some said it was all just messy fun. Others admitted it made them question if anything online was real anymore. One comment stood out: "It's like watching reality TV, except they actually believe it's real." And that is the tragedy of it all. Because behind every viral clip, behind every healing post or clapback live stream, you can see the pain. The cracks. The moments when the performance slips. The way Anna's voice trembled when she spoke. The way Chrisean's eyes hardened when she said she was done protecting people. Even Stunner, laughing through the chaos, looked like she was holding back something heavier than pride. It is not just content. It is heartbreak, humiliation, and loss, repackaged for clicks. Now everyone is asking, can Bino survive this one? Because every time he tries to move on, another storm hits. Another woman steps forward. Another rumor drops. His silence, once seen as maturity, now feels like a mask. Every minute he stays quiet, the speculation grows louder. Recently, he posted a photo from the studio. Caption: "Turning pain into art." To some fans, it was poetic. To others, it was manipulation, a way to shift the narrative, to remind people he is not a villain but a victim. The misunderstood artist archetype. The genius, too deep for the drama. It is a move the internet has seen before, and yet, it still works. Because that is the cycle. Scandal. Denial. Sympathy. Redemption. Repeat. Every downfall becomes a documentary. Every heartbreak becomes a song. Every argument becomes a TikTok trend. And the truth? They all know it. They all play into it. Because in this digital age, scandal sells better than sincerity. Love stories that end in peace disappear overnight, but love stories that end in chaos? Those go viral forever. So now, Bino stays silent, pretending he has moved on. The women keep talking, each revealing just enough to keep the fire burning. And the fans? They keep scrolling, refreshing, waiting for the next twist. But somewhere beneath all the noise, lies a truth nobody wants to face: this stopped being about love a long time ago. Now, it is about control, perception, and power. It is about who gets to tell the story first, and who gets believed. And until someone drops the proof, the cycle continues. The comments keep rolling. The views keep climbing. Because this is not love anymore. It is performance. It is pain. It is the theater of the internet, and Bino, whether he admits it or not, is still playing the lead role. And now, the streets are whispering again. One comment read, "She's starting to panic. Blue's getting out soon, and when he does, the truth will finally come to light. So she's trying to clean up the mess before that happens." Another person chimed in, "Colder, crueler, so she was involved in Ronnie's death all along." And just like that, the internet decided its own verdict. No evidence. No facts. Just viral suspicion, because that is what the web thrives on. Rumors turned into theories. Theories turned into headlines. And suddenly, everyone was convinced that Chrisean was capable of anything. Think about that for a second. The same woman who once cried on live streams, who said she just wanted peace, who held her baby in her arms for the world to see, now being accused of plotting the unthinkable. First Ronnie, now Junior. It is the kind of story that would sound too dark for fiction, except here, it is playing out in real time, through posts, hashtags, and clips that never stop spreading. But here's the thing, the internet loves closure, and this story has none. No one knows what is true, what is exaggerated, or what was completely fabricated for attention. And yet, the audience keeps coming back, scrolling, watching, refreshing, addicted to the chaos like it is their favorite show. Because in this twisted digital age, tragedy has become entertainment, and pain is just another form of content. Bino keeps stirring the pot, tossing little sparks of drama just to see what catches fire. And once again, it is Junior, innocent, voiceless Junior, caught in the middle of a war between adults who cannot tell love from leverage anymore. So where does this end? Does the truth ever come out? Or does it just get buried under the next scandal, the next lie, the next viral post? What we do know is this: no one leaves this kind of story clean. Not Bino. Not Chrisean. Not even the audience that keeps feeding the flame. Because the deeper you look into this world of fame, betrayal, and clout, the more you realize the truth was never the goal. It was the spectacle. And in the end, the clicks win. Every time.